Hello students, I am here with another video from the chapter of class 7th NCERT book, that is the chapter number 15th, Light. Now before starting today's video, I would like to tell you all that till now what all things we have discussed in this chapter. So we started with this chapter with the concept of light, that if we think about light, the very first thing which comes in our mind is the sun rays, okay? So we discussed that what is the difference between the rays and the beam. So what is a ray? Ray means we have one starting or the ending point, means one direction we know, okay? And after that beam also we have discussed. So beam is a group of the rays which is known as the beam, okay? Now if we have to get the beam of light, we have to take the special material, we need to take the special types of the instruments like torch or LED light, where the different beams are coming out, okay? The frequency means there is a means a similar kind of light is going to come. The similar kind of light is coming out from that particular device, okay? So the beam, what is the difference between a beam and a ray? I have told you, discussed that yesterday. Then after that we saw that light has certain property. The first property of light is that it travels in a straight line, okay? It travels in a straight line, where we have seen that activity of looking the light using a paper roll, or we could see it with a pipe which is flexible. Now once you are seeing in that pipe, what happens, this is going to be seen very clearly. But once the pipe is being bent, then what happens, we are not able to see that candle flame, or we are not able to see the light from through which we were looking, okay? So if the pipe is being bent, so this tells that light always travels in a straight line. So this was the property which we discussed yesterday with the help of the activity, okay? I have performed that activity also to show you that light travels in a straight line, because if it would have been traveled in a bent pathway, then it would have been come from that particular pipe or the paper roll, okay? Still it was bent, then also we would be able to see the candle flame, or we would be able to see the light. But we are not able to see the light with that bent paper roll, okay? Why? Because light always travels in a straight line, it could not bend and move. So this was the main concept of the property of light. Next thing which we discussed was we have seen the different materials, or the objects which is going to give you light, and all those objects are said to be as luminous objects, okay? So that those luminous objects could be candle, it could be sunlight, it could be the headlights of your car, okay, or it could be the headlights of any of the vehicle. Fine. So we have seen that the light is always traveling in a straight line, and these objects are there. Now next property which we studied was about the reflection of light. So what is this reflection of light? I'll continue with the same topic of reflection of light today, okay? So what we have to study? We have to study about the reflection of light. What do you mean by the reflection of light, children? What is this reflection property? The property of reflection means, so what is this property of reflection? Reflection means it is the bouncing or the change in the direction, bouncing back of light, okay? So this bouncing back of light is known as the reflection. As I have given you the experiment, that when I throw a ball on the surface, on any hard surface, it bounces back, it comes back, it changes its direction and comes back. So any change in the direction of the path of the light is known as reflection. So if now, where is this path going to change? This is going to change on a reflecting surface. So what is this reflecting surface? So this reflecting surface could be any mirror, okay? It could be any mirror or any shiny surface which is always denoted with a straight line, and also with the lines which are just drawn below it. It is known as a non-reflecting surface. Non-reflecting surface. Okay, so once the light falls on the reflecting surface, it is going to strike at a particular point, and after striking, it is going to bend from its path. It is going to change its path, and this change in the direction is known as reflection. This is known as reflection, okay? So what is this reflection? Reflection means bouncing back of light, or it is going to change the direction of light. Change the direction, or change in direction of light. Okay, so this is what is about the reflection. Reflection means it is the changing of the direction of light, or the bouncing back of light is known as the reflection. Now this bouncing back of light is always taking place from this reflecting surface. It is not going to take from any other surface. Okay, so please remember that if the surface is rough, then also this type of changing of bending of light is not going to see in a very regular manner. Now we have also studied about the different surfaces. So I'll explain this once again. In this reflection is only formed on the reflecting surface. Okay, it is only formed in the reflecting surface. So how many types of surfaces are there? Surfaces means we are talking about the reflecting surface. We are talking about what? We are talking about the reflecting. We are talking about reflecting surface. Okay. Now, how many types of reflecting surfaces are there? There could be two, it is of two types. The first surface is the smooth surface, smooth reflecting surface, and rough reflecting surface. The rough reflecting surface. Okay. Then smooth reflecting surface means just like mirror. It could be shiny surface. It could be mirror, for example, mirror. Okay, so this has a straight line, and then rough surface could be like this. Irregular surface, it could be rough or irregular surface. Or now the reflection which would form on this would be a regular reflection. It forms regular reflection, whereas this forms irregular reflection, or this is also known as diffused reflection. Okay, this could be the diffused reflection. Okay children, so we have to see these two types of reflection, regular reflection and the diffused reflection, which is taking place in the irregular surface or the rough surface. Now we have discussed about the two types of reflecting surface. One is the smooth reflecting surface, which means that this is having a plain shiny surface on one side, whereas it is going to be a different type of surface, or opaque surface, or an opaque surface on the other side. It could be an example of this regular surface could be a mirror. So where one side is reflecting, another side is non-reflecting, or it is an opaque surface, which forms regular reflection. Now what is the difference between regular reflection and irregular reflection, or this is known as a diffused reflection, which is drawn on this rough surface. Okay, so when we need to draw any diffused reflection, this is seen only on the irregular surface or the rough surface. Okay, as you talk about any rough surface like rocks, or it could be stone, it could be a brick. Okay, so it could be any irregular surface which is having the depressions and the ridges and the grooves in it. Okay, so this is known as this forms the diffused reflection. Okay, and this forms a regular reflection where light is bouncing back and it is moving in a particular path. So it is going to follow a particular direction, whereas this is not going to follow any direction. It could move here and there after striking the surface of the diffused surface, or after striking the rough surface. So children, reflection of light was also one of the major means, you could say, if you have studied about this concept of, the concept of this, the very story which was present, and that story has told us about that one lion is there, and that rabbit and lion story, where the lion fell into the well because of the intelligence of this person, rabbit, and which made very easily he fooled the lion, and the lion went inside the well, and all the animals were very happy because of the intelligence of that little rabbit. Okay, so the story was also based upon the water reflection, and that reflection is formed on any of the shiny surface. So the transparent water or transparent glass or this mirror also acts like a It is acting like what? It is acting like a regular surface which forms a regular reflection, and it forms a reflection. It could be regular or irregular, it doesn't matter. So please remember that there are two types of reflections, regular and diffuse reflection, which we have already studied in class 6. Now here that reflection is always forming. Well, how would you see the reflection in the, if you have plane mirror in front of you, you can see, look into that plane mirror and you would be able to see the reflection in that particular mirror. Okay, so whatever is present in the mirror would be easier if you can see your face there, you would be easily being able to look into your face, look into the mirror, and you would find out that you will be able to see the face there. So that becomes a reflection of you all. Okay, so this reflection is a part of the light, because this light has a property of getting reflected. Okay, so please remember that this light gets reflected when it is striking on a particular surface. Okay, now it is going to change the direction of the light when it falls on a surface. Now here some activities are given. Whenever you place a lighted candle in front of a mirror, then what happens to it? The flame of the candle in the mirror, it appears very similar to the candle where it is being placed. Okay, so the candle which appears behind the mirror is the image. So whatever is being seen inside the mirror is your image. Please remember how this image is being formed. Image is always formed when you look into the mirror or any shiny surface. Okay, so this candle is the object. The candle is the object, and the mirror is whatever is being seen inside the mirror is the reflection, or it is the image. Okay, now when we move the candle in different position, the image also moves in both the cases. Now what is the image is the upright one? Is the image being upright? So the image is always upright when it is formed in a plane mirror. Okay, so this is going to be happen. So this is going to happen when this image is forming a smooth image, or this is being formed on a smooth surface. Okay, so the smooth surface and the regular or the rough surface is only based, this is going to tell about the type of image which is being formed. Now the next thing which is given here in activity number 18.2, this 15.2, is that you have to place a lighted candle, and then what you have to do, you have to place one object in front of it, and then you have to observe that what kind of image is this being formed, or this mirror is being formed. Fine. So what you will do, you will place a lighted candle in front of a plane mirror. So try to see the flame of the candle. It appears as if the candle is placed behind the mirror. So the candle which appears behind the mirror is the image of the candle formed by the mirror. This candle itself is an object. Now you have to move the candle at different position in front of the mirror, and you have to observe the image, what is happening to that image. You will see that this image is not moved, this image is going to be upright in both the cases. So the candle flame which is appearing at the top of the candle, is that such an image is called the erect image. Okay, so this image is known as the erect image. An image which is being formed by the plane mirror is the erect image of the same size of that of the object. Now you have to place a vertical screen behind the mirror, and you need to try to obtain the image of the candle on the screen. Can you get the image on the screen? No, you cannot get. So you have to place some screen in front of the mirror. Can you get the image now? You can find that the image of the candle is not obtained on the screen in either cases. So what about the distance of the mirror? Let us form an activity. Okay, so I'll just show you one mirror which is being here what you could see is that is the image of the object. See, this mirror is there. As you could see, my image is present in this mirror, and if I'm placing this pencil in front of it, you could see the image of this pencil. Okay, till the time I'm moving this pencil here and there, you could be able to see that how is this image moving. It is moving in front, and it is moving in front. It is moving here very close to it, and this is moving far away from it. Okay, so as you could see, this mirror is present. Okay, and this mirror is going to show you the object. This mirror is going to this is going to tell you the distance also. So this pencil which I am placing here is forming a straight image, and the straight image is because of, as you could see here, this is forming a straight image. Okay, so this is being formed, thus as you could see here in the image is being formed is a straight pencil. Okay, then if you are moving this away, the image also is moving away from the from this mirror. Okay, and the distance from the distance which is being moved from this mirror is always equal. Okay, so whatever is being shown here, I mean this object which is being shown, or if my face is being shown here in the mirror, so this I am the object for this mirror, whereas the thing which you see inside is the image. So what is this pencil? This pencil is an object, and whatever you are seeing inside this is a image. So this is an image of this pencil. Fine, so this is the upright. Upright means it is always straight in its straight object is always forming a straight image inside. So this is what is about the image and the object, and what about the characteristic of the image which is being formed in the plane mirror. Okay, so what is the image which is being obtained in the plane mirror is that, let us write down the features of the image formed in the plane mirror. So what are the features? So we have studied about the image. What do you mean by an image? Image is something which is a type of reflection which you are seeing inside a shiny surface on the reflecting surface. Okay, then this image is upright. It is upright. Upright means it is straight. Okay, this is straight. Fine. Next, what you have seen is the distance. Distance would also be the same as that of image, which is equal to the distance of the object outside. Okay, whatever is the distance, that would be equal on both the sides, whether we are talking about the image inside or the object outside. Okay, so this was about the type of the distance which is being present in the particular object, and it would be able to, we are able to see the same distance inside the mirror also. Okay, so this is upright. And what about image? Image is the reflection. Object means the particular thing which we are using to form the image. Okay, so please remember what is an object. As in this case was the pencil was the object where we have to see the image, and we are using this pencil to show you, I'm showing this pencil in the form of this object, and this object was being shown in the mirror, and whatever is being seen in the mirror was its image. Okay. Now next thing is that which we would study about this plane mirror is that it is of the same distance. Now how would you find that it is of same distance? You just keep one checkerboard in front of you, or if you are having tile in your home, then what you will do, you will just keep that same mirror in front of the particular object, in front of the tile, and you have to count the number of tiles. Okay, or if you are having a chessboard with you, so what you would do is you will just take a chessboard and keep the mirror placed in front of the chessboard, and you would be able to see, you would be able to count the squares, the number of squares in front of it. Okay, so we have to draw the checkerboard, and then you would be able to understand what kind of image is being, means what is the distance of that particular object. So I'll just draw this small checkerboard over here, and you would be able to see whether this checkerboard, you are able to see this checkerboard, and then what you will do, you will just count the squares. You will just count the number of squares. As I put this this object here, this image, I mean this mirror here. Okay, and you have to count, as you could see in the diagram also, in this part you will just count it. Okay, so the first, the second, the third and the fourth square is in front, and you will just count inside this image also. You will see that 1, 2, 3 and fourth box is also seen over here. So you would see that image which is being formed inside this object, inside this mirror, is also of the same equal, I mean this would be of equal distance. Okay, as you could see here in the equal distance, as you could see here also, this is showing you the equal distance from this side also. Okay, if you keep it here, so you would see that this is the equal distance is being shown. Okay, if you keep it like this, I think it is clear for you all also. So 1 2 3 4 from this side, and inside also 1 2 3 and 4 you could see. Okay, so this is about the of the activity, which shows that whenever the image is formed, image is always formed upright. Second, the distance of the image and the object is always equal. And the next is about what we have to study is the distance which is always forming an erect image. Erect means it is always forming a straight image. Then the distance also, I have proved how this distance is being used in the, how would you count that whether this is equal or not. So you could easily count the number of tiles in front in the house also. You just keep it down, this mirror down there with the help of the wall, and you could be easily count the number of squares. Okay, so what you would do, you will just count the number of squares, and children, you would be able to understand the amount of the number of boxes would be equal as I have drawn to show you here. Okay, so I adjusted my this camera also to show you how the number of squares would be equivalent when you are drawing it or when you are seeing it inside a mirror. Okay, so this was all about the activity. It shows you about the characteristics of the image formed in the plane mirror. So the first characteristic which was formed in the plane mirror was upright. This image was always erect. It always forms a straight line, straight image. Okay, no inverted image is being formed. Next, it would have the same distance as compared to that of the object. Okay, outside the object would also have the same distance as compared to inside that object. Okay, fine. Now next thing what we will discuss is that we will see the next image, that the image which is being formed, which is being used would be the image which is being formed here, that appears to be left and right. Okay, so left and right reversal is taking place. Left and right reversal is taking place. So the third property of the image is the left right inversion or left right reversal. What is this left right reversal? It says that the right becomes left and left becomes right in the image. When you are taking an object, or when you are putting an object in front of the mirror, or you would see yourself also in the mirror, you will just raise your right hand, your image is going to raise the left hand inside the mirror. Okay, so this particularly says that whenever the object is being shown, this is always being shown in the form of left right reversal, and this is known as lateral inversion. And what is the meaning of the word lateral? Lateral means it is sideways reversal. Okay, this is sideways reversal. So this left right reversal is known as the lateral inversion. Lateral means sideways reversal. Okay, as you could see here also in the diagram, if you raise your, see this is the mirror again, and if you are raising your right hand in front of this mirror, your thumb which is on the right side appears to be the left side inside this mirror. Okay, so if you are raising your thumb here, you are just raising your left hand thumb, this becomes right inside this. Okay, similarly, if you are writing some letter over here, suppose that I write R here, so if you are putting this mirror in front of it, it appears to be as this is the image which you could see would be the right of the image is appearing as left of the, this is an object, so it is inside the mirror. You could see that this appears to be the wrong, means left and right reversal is taking place. Okay, similarly, if you make more other name of the other this object O is being, this letter O is being placed, but this is not going to be reversed, as you could see here in the diagram that this O is not going to be reversed. Okay, if you are writing other name other this letters which is going to show you the left right reversal, that could be this. If you are writing E here, then what is being shown, as you could see here, E also is getting reversed. this is the erect E which is present here in the form of the screen, and in front of this you are not able to see the right image. So right left reversal is taking place, this becomes inverted. So once this becomes inverted, this is known as the lateral inversion. Lateral means sideways reversal is taking place. The left becomes right of the image, the right becomes left of the image in the whenever the object is placed in front of the plane mirror. Okay, so you have to find out the letters of English alphabets which would be laterally inverted or which would not be laterally inverted. Okay, so we have also seen the left right reversal. Now I have shown you with the help of this activity again. So you could try writing your name, and you could try writing your name and tell me the number of letters which are laterally inverted in your name and which are not laterally inverted in your name. Okay, so please write down the letter in English alphabets, and please tell me in your online class, please tell me that which letters of your name is not getting inverted laterally and which letters are getting laterally inverted. So this was the this is the main actual concept of this lateral inversion. Okay, and this has a particular utility also. So this left right reversal, when you see the image in the plane mirror, this is exactly looking like you. But have you ever noticed that there is one interesting difference between you and your image? Let's find out. So we have just found out that what kind of changes are being there in your image as well as your hand or your image's hand. So this becomes right left reversal is taking place in that. Okay, so this is known as lateral inversion. Okay children, so now we have seen that in ambulance also, this ambulance is written in the laterally inverted form. It is always written in a left right reversal form. Okay, it is always written in the upside means left right reversal is taking place. Okay, fine. Now why this is being written? So if you could guess that why this ambulance is written in that way, that is to be shown in the erect way in the rear view mirror of the other vehicle. Okay, and if the ambulance is passing nearby, you should always give a pass to that ambulance, because you know that you can go home a bit late, but if the ambulance is there, you need to give the pass, because this is the question of somebody's life and death. Okay, so this is a very good morale that you should always understand, that this is one of the good habit if you are traveling by your own vehicle, and or if you're traveling in a public vehicle also, they should always, or we should always understand that somebody's life is more important than you're moving on the road at a very particular hour. Okay, whatever is there, that is not more important than somebody's life. So you try to give pass to that ambulance if it is moving. And yes, of course, the concept of this light here is also present on that ambulance. What is the concept? The concept is that this ambulance word ambulance, which is present at the front of this vehicle, is always written in a left right reversal manner. This is always written in the laterally inverted form. Why? Because if this is being if you are able to see it in the image in the mirror, in the rear view mirror or the side mirror of your vehicle, you would easily be seeing that this is the what is written over that vehicle. This is written as ambulance, and you could give the pass to it. Okay, so this was about the lateral inversion. So we have discussed about the characteristics of which is being formed in the plane mirror. The first one is that it is always forming the straight image, the erect image. Okay, and then second thing is that image is always formed on the shiny surface. This is always formed on the mirror, which is having a smooth reflecting surface. What are reflecting surfaces? It is the reflecting surface is a surface which helps in the reflection of light. When the light is falling on it, it moves in a particular direction, and that particular direction is always telling you the type of reflection. That could be regular or irregular reflection or diffuse reflection. Okay children, so this was about the first characteristic of the image formed in the plane mirror. Next, what is that? The next property of the image formed by the plane mirror was its distance. So the distance would be equal inside the image as well as that of the object. If you are standing 10 tiles away from your mirror, your image will also stand 10 times away inside the mirror. Okay, I have also shown you with the help of the activity. The next thing what we have seen is that this lateral inversion. What is that lateral inversion? Lateral inversion, lateral word only means sideways. So sideways means whenever you are looking from your one side is going to be the other side of your image. Okay, similarly, this is the main characteristic of the image formed in the plane mirror. Okay, and in diffuse reflection, then we have seen about the surfaces, and I have also shown you about the reflection which is being formed. Okay, and image is always formed, is always upright. Please remember inverted. What is the meaning of the word inverted? Inverted means it is the upside down, and erect means it is always the straight image is being formed. So this always forms a straight image. Please remember the vocab of the chapter light. So we always write, instead of writing straight, we always write erect image. Okay, image is not formed on the screen. Now I would just discuss that what kind of image is there. The image which is being formed is not always upright. Okay, and it is also not formed, it is not obtained on the screen, and it is obtained on the screen. What does this mean? The images are of two types. This also you have studied in class 6. So what are the types of image? The types of image could be, as we have discussed about the objects. So I'll just discuss about the types of image. Okay, so one type of image is the virtual image, and other type is the real image. Now what is this virtual image and the real image? Virtual image means it is till the time you are standing in front of something, you are able to see the image. For example, if I am able to see the image, if I am standing here and I am able to see my image here, as you could see, this is present as a mirror, and you could see my face is being looking inside this. Till the time I am standing in front of it, I would be able to see my image. As soon as I move from here, what happens? See, the image goes away. Similarly, when I come back, this image is being formed, this image is being shown here. As I move, this image is not present. Okay, so this is what is known as the virtual image. It is very easy for you to understand. Virtual image means till the time you are standing in front, you would be able to obtain the image. And the image which is being formed on the screen. Okay, so you could not obtain my image on the screen. If I place something like, see, suppose that this is a screen, or any white paper is there, and I am not able to look into the, my face is not being observed in the wall here, or the wall which is present at the back of this blackboard. You could not see my face over there. So I am not able to see my face, my hands are not able to get the image at that wall which is present at the back of this blackboard. Okay, so this is what is about, which is known as the virtual image. And what about real image? Real image is always formed on the screen. So this always forms on the screen, and screen means your mobile screen, your laptop screen, your TV screen. This is always obtained on the screen. If I take my photograph and paste here, as you are able to see me on this video, this is forming a real image. Okay, this is forming the real image. And see, I'm not able to stand here and teach you, so I'm just teaching you in the form of my image which is being present in this video. Okay, so this is what is known as the real image. Okay, and virtual image means till the time and the virtual image is that which I take it in the online class. Okay, but till the time I'm sitting in front of you, you are able to see me, but as I move away, that image is also gone, as just now I showed you in the this mirror. Okay, so this image is not obtained on screen, not obtained on screen. Okay, this is obtained on the shiny surface like mirror, water image. All these are the virtual image. The story of that lion and the rabbit also showed you the virtual image, children. Okay, so that was all about the different types of image, and we have also seen the different types of surface. We have also seen the characteristics of the image formed by the plane mirror, children. Okay, so that's all for today's video. I'll meet you all in the next video with the next topic to be discussed, which would be more about the chapter light. Okay, children, that's all for today's video.